Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into the Paris AI Summit, a gathering that's shaping up to be less of a friendly chat and more of a high-stakes poker game for the future of AI. But here's the million-dollar question. Can nations actually agree on anything when trillions of dollars and global power are on the line? Or is this just another photo op before the real AI arms race kicks off? Let's find out. Alright, so what were the official objectives? The big one. A non-binding agreement on AI principles between the US, China, and everyone else. Think of it as a pinky promise for AI stewardship. Ambitious, right? They also wanted to push open-source AI, like the models coming from Mistral and DeepSeek, and get serious about using clean energy, especially nuclear, to power those energy-guzzling data centers. And, of course, there's talk of a massive investment, potentially $2.5 billion over 5 years, into AI projects that benefit the public. Sounds great on paper, but enter Donald Trump. His potential return to the White House throws a massive wrench into everything. We're talking about a possible revocation of Biden's executive order on AI and even potential export controls on AI chips. That's a huge deal. It signals a complete U-turn in U.S. policy and could dramatically reshape the entire global AI landscape. Are we looking at a fractured AI world with competing standards and limited access? The stakes are incredibly high. Now, let's talk about DeepSeek. This isn't just another AI company. They're emerging as a serious contender to the US giants. They're offering competitive AI models at lower costs, which is fantastic for innovation, but also cranks up the competition in the AI development world. This is like a scrappy underdog suddenly challenging the heavyweight champion. Will this force the big players to innovate faster, or will they try to crush the competition? It's a battle to watch. So, back to that non-binding agreement. Can the US and China, with their vastly different approaches to AI, actually find common ground? It's like trying to get cats and dogs to share a water bowl. The ideal is global cooperation, but the reality might be a clash of ideologies and strategic interests. If they do agree, it's a win for global AI safety and ethical development. If they don't, well, buckle up, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Let's not forget the energy piece. AI models are power-hungry beasts. The summit's focus on clean energy, particularly nuclear, is crucial. But can we really scale up clean energy fast enough to meet the exploding demands of AI? And is nuclear the only answer? There are serious environmental concerns and scalability issues to consider. This is where innovation in data center design and energy efficiency becomes absolutely critical. Otherwise, we're just trading one problem for another. That potential $2.5 billion investment sounds amazing, right? But where will that money actually go? Will it be used effectively to solve real-world problems? Or will it get bogged down in bureaucracy and red tape? The key here is transparency and accountability. We need to ensure that these investments are making a tangible difference in areas like healthcare, education, and environmental sustainability. Otherwise, it's just a feel-good headline with little real impact. Here's a surprising twist. Europe, known for its strict regulations, seems to be easing up on new AI laws. Instead, they're focusing on flexibly implementing existing ones, like the EU AI Act. This is a significant shift. Are they realizing that over-regulation could stifle innovation and hand the advantage to the US and China? It's a delicate balancing act between protecting citizens and fostering a thriving AI ecosystem. So, what are the ripple effects of all this? First, expect intense competition in the AI model development space. DeepSeek's rise is just the beginning. We'll see more companies challenging the status quo with cheaper, more efficient AI solutions. This is good news for consumers, but it will put pressure on the big players to innovate and adapt quickly. It's a survival of the fittest scenario. Second, the clean energy sector is poised for explosive growth. The demand for sustainable power sources for data centers is only going to increase. This is a massive opportunity for renewable energy companies and especially for nuclear energy providers. But the challenge will be scaling up quickly enough to meet the ever-growing demand. This could lead to breakthroughs in energy storage and grid management. Third, the data center industry is facing immense pressure to become more energy efficient. Expect to see new data center designs, innovative cooling technologies, and a greater reliance on renewable energy sources. This is not just about being environmentally responsible, it's about staying competitive. Data centers that can't adapt will be left behind. And let's not forget the chip manufacturers. Potential export controls on AI chips could have a devastating impact, especially on companies that rely on sales to China. This could lead to supply chain disruptions, shifts in market share, and even the development of alternative chip architectures. It's a high-stakes game with potentially huge winners and losers. Of course, all of this hinges on one crucial element: talent. The demand for skilled AI engineers, researchers, and data scientists is already sky-high, and it's only going to get worse. Expect to see a fierce competition for talent, driving up salaries and creating a need for more specialized training programs. The companies that can attract and retain the best talent will have a significant competitive advantage. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: the impact on the labor market. The summit acknowledges the potential for job displacement due to AI. This is a real concern. We need to invest in workforce retraining programs to help workers adapt to the changing demands of the job market. Otherwise, we could face widespread unemployment and social unrest. It's our responsibility to ensure that AI benefits everyone, not just a select few. On the flip side, the focus on open-source models and cheaper AI solutions could democratize access to AI technology. This would be a game-changer for smaller businesses and developing nations. Imagine small businesses being able to leverage AI to improve their operations and compete with larger corporations, or developing nations using AI to address critical challenges like healthcare and education. This is where AI can truly make a positive impact on the world. France is clearly positioning itself as a major player in the global AI market. Their efforts to promote their national AI industry could lead to increased competitiveness for French and European companies. This is a strategic move to ensure that Europe doesn't get left behind in the AI race. The question is, can they compete with the US and China, who have a significant head start? The development of AI principles and guidelines is crucial to address the ethical concerns surrounding AI. We need to ensure that AI is developed and used in a responsible and ethical manner. This includes addressing issues like bias, fairness, transparency, and accountability. Building public trust in AI is essential for its widespread adoption. Otherwise, we risk a backlash against the technology. The emphasis on clean energy for AI is a welcome step towards environmental sustainability, but we need to go further. We need to develop AI models that are more energy efficient and explore alternative computing architectures that require less power. The future of AI depends on our ability to develop it in a sustainable way. Otherwise, we risk exacerbating the climate crisis. The Paris AI Summit highlights the ongoing competition between the US and China in the AI space. This competition is not just about technology, it's about global power and influence. The country that leads in AI will have a significant strategic advantage in the 21st century. This is a battle for technological supremacy that will shape the future of the world. Time for a reality check. The article points to a potential energy crunch with these power-hungry AI models. We're talking about straining our power grids, potentially even with clean sources like nuclear. Nuclear waste is still a problem, folks. The big question: can clean energy really scale fast enough to feed this AI beast? Or are we setting ourselves up for blackouts and environmental nightmares? Open-source AI sounds great in theory, but it's a security minefield. These models are out in the open, making them easy targets for hackers. And without centralized control, it's tough to guarantee consistent quality and security. Think of it like leaving the keys to your house under the doormat. Sure, it's convenient, but it's also an invitation for trouble. We need robust security measures and governance frameworks to protect open-source AI from malicious actors. DeepSeek claiming to rival US giants? Sounds impressive, but how reliable are these models really? AI can be unpredictable. What happens when these systems make mistakes that affect people's lives? And can we even understand how these complex models arrive at their decisions? We need transparency and explainability to ensure that AI is used responsibly and ethically. Even though the summit is trying to avoid new regulations, the threat is still there. New rules could mean huge costs for businesses, restrictions on what AI can do, and potential legal trouble. It's like trying to navigate a maze in the dark. You never know when you're going to run into a dead end. Businesses need to be prepared for the ever-changing regulatory landscape. The US, China, France, everyone's fighting for AI dominance. That means trade wars, intellectual property theft, and maybe even a split in how AI is developed globally. It's a technological Cold War, and we're all caught in the middle. Companies need to diversify their supply chains and protect their intellectual property to mitigate the risks of geopolitical competition. AI is coming for jobs, plain and simple. The summit knows it, and so should you. We're talking about mass unemployment, wage stagnation, and a growing skills gap. It's not all doom and gloom, but we need to be proactive. We need to invest in education and training programs to prepare workers for the jobs of the future. Otherwise, we risk creating a two-tiered society with a small elite and a large underclass. AI can be biased, discriminatory, and downright creepy. It can spread misinformation, manipulate our opinions, and even be used for surveillance and control. We need to address these ethical concerns head-on. We need to develop AI that is fair, transparent, and accountable. Otherwise, we risk losing public trust and creating a dystopian future. So, what's the bottom line? The Paris AI Summit was a crucial moment in the global AI race. It highlighted the opportunities, the challenges, and the risks. The future of AI depends on our ability to collaborate, innovate, and address the ethical concerns. It's a complex and uncertain future, but one thing is clear. AI will transform our world in profound ways. The question is, will that transformation be for better or for worse? That's up to us. What do you think? Are we headed for an AI utopia or dystopia? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of AI. Thanks for watching.